So don't leave me, baby. Don't leave me, baby. Talk to it. Every time, God said, oh, every time.
Yes, yes, yes. Here we are. Bridge City Radio. I'm your host, Vic Bustillos, also known as Wax Major. And we got my co-host, Frank Contreras.
What's going on? DJ Tricks is in the house.
And we got a special guest tonight. One of our very first guests for Bridge City Radio, Senor Drew Milling. How you doing, Drew?
I'm doing great tonight, fellas.
Good, man. Frank, how about yourself, man? How you doing tonight?
I'm feeling good, man. Excited about seeing what Drew's going to be playing for us. And we're going to get right into it, man. And he's going to really bless the show tonight.
That's right, man. So what you got for us tonight, Drew? Tell me a little bit about yourself, man. What do you do, man?
For fun, for work, for pleasure, for pain,
for everything, man. What's your favorite thing to do right now, man?
I love doing artwork, collage art. That's like my main focus for this coming year, 2020. Just create some beautiful imagery.
Wow.
Yeah.
Create some lovely.
Man. You use
paperwork,
specific magazines or books?
I try to dig deep, kind of like records. I try to search for some rare imagery.
Nice, man.
Yeah, so
nice, man.
Definitely. That's what I love to do for fun.
You got a page where we can check out some of your work?
My Instagram, Drew Collage.
Nice,
yeah,
man.
That's about it.
Nice, man. Nice. What do you got for us tonight, man?
Tonight I'm going to be playing some slow jams, some lowrider soul, some of that, grown folk music.
All right, sounds
it's
good.
It's for the kids too.
That's right, man. That's right. Music is of all ages. There's no discrimination, right, Frank?
That's right.
Cool, man. Well, why don't we go ahead and bless our listeners with the half an hour strong, and then we'll get into a little Q&A and introduce some of the tunes you played.
All right. That sounds great. That sounds great.
Show me how it feels. Girl, I've never loved before. Why should I love what more? Ooh, no one ever can. Girl, and to me, love isn't fair.
Nice tune right there, man.
Came along and filled my life with sunshine. And oh, my darling, your love is sweeter than wine. If you ever tell me you're going away, girl, that is something that I'm begging you to say. Girl, you know I love you. Honestly, I do. Ooh,
that I need you. Don't
So just get the most out of every day. And even if this is true, you can do what you want to do, but don't forget that you're my baby. Yeah. Don't you forget that I need you. Don't you forget that I'll go crazy. Yeah. 'Cause crying's all I'd ever do. If I should ever lose you, don't forget how precious love. Don't forget all. Think of me, and I'll be right there, and I'll be right there, baby. Think of me, darling, whenever you need in loving. Think of me, sugar, whenever you need in a kissing. Think of me, baby, whenever you need someone by your side, girl. I'll be right there. Don't you know I'll be there, baby? Oh, yes, I will, baby, baby, baby. I don't even want to I wanna know, right now.
You tell everybody you don't want my love, but you haven't found time to tell me when all of the time it's you I'm thinking
Superman.
of.
Nice.
So tell me right now, I set me free. Do you hear? I wanna know right now, little darling. Baby, baby, I wanna know. Do you hear what I say? I wanna know right now, darling. Hey, I wanna know right now. I went on the avenue across the way to spend a little time with the guys. They said you had been there just the other day, saying that I was telling lies. Do you hear? I wanna know right now, baby. Little girl, I want to know now. Hey, I wanna know right now, little darling. Girl, I want you to tell me. Now we're standing face to face, all alone. So you can tell me just who's right. My darling, say that your love is mine and they are wrong. So I can tell them tomorrow night. I wanna know now, darling. Little girl, I wanna know right now. Tell me right now, baby. Oh, I wanna right now. Do you hear what I say now, baby, baby, now? Hey, I wanna know. I feel it coming. I'm talking about my breaking heart. I feel it coming, and I know it won't be long before we have to part. Oh, baby, I feel it coming. What can I do? I'm so in love with you, girl, and I feel it coming. After all our long, long, happy years, and I know it's coming, and it won't be long before I have to shed a tear for you. I feel it coming. I've been loving you too long. I don't wanna stop now, baby. It's not in what you say, but boy, the way you refuse my embrace. your face, but the kind of love I feel it you display. Oh, your kisses, they're not the same anymore. And and you're forever, ever calling out his name. Oh, I feel that. I've been loving you too long. Deep in my heart, I feel when he's in your arms. I
Not me. Not me. There's some talk all over town saying, girl, I'm gonna let you down. They're just telling a lie. They wanna see me cry. Not me. Not me. Your mind is filled with confusion. Girl, it's just an illusion. Don't believe every word you hear. You know I love you, not me. Not me. You helped me up when I was down. I will never be no clown. I don't care if the rain don't shine. I wanna know, are you mine? Not me. Not me. Not me. Not me.
You may not be, I know, the prettiest girl I've ever seen, but just for your love, I'll do most anything. I don't have much to give, no, no, just a heart full of love. that it's you I'm thinking of. You're all I want. You're all I need, baby. You're something special to me, girl. Yeah, girl. Yes, yeah. You're something special to me. When other fellas try, they wanna try, baby, to steal your little heart. You always tell me that I'm your only love, right from the start. You giving me something, honey, that I can be so proud of. And in return, I'm gonna give you this thing, darling, that they call true love. Girl, you all I want. And you're all I need. That's why, baby, you're something special to me. Girl, yeah, girl, yeah, yeah. Ooh. Not just another girl, so special, yeah, yeah. Can't you see, girl, special, oh yeah, yes to me.
It's nice, man. Good stuff, Drew.
So welcome back here to Bridge City Radio, and I just wanted to ask you, Drew. So what influenced you to actually get into this soul type music? I know you're probably not a collector, but a music lover. And where did it all start? A lot of times people have just that moment when it's just something speaks to them. And can you remember? Can you take us back to that moment?
Oh yeah, for sure, Frank. Um, in high school, my sweetheart, her brothers, they were like old cholos from back in the day, back in the '70s. Her brother used to come out in the lowrider magazines with the bikes and all that, and they had a back house, a back room where they used to party. And I was never really allowed back there, but I always heard the music jamming, and I always knew that there was some magic going. I mean, I'm sure they was partying up a little bit, but there was definitely some magic back there, musically, anyhow. And it was more of the common stuff, I believe. We they had she had just like a plastic bag, like a Ralph's bag, and she would we'd fill up those oldies. They let us borrow them from time to time.
Wow.
Um, so I'd always ask like, "Hey, can we get the records for the night?" And I would take them back to my grandma's house when I was staying with my grandma.
Wow.
And it was mostly the 18 with the Bullet and the Mary Wells, Linda Jones, that like the common stuff. But that's when I first really got into it. I can't say like I grew up as a kid listening to it, but as a young adult, teenager, 16, 17, they really started speaking to me. I love the vibe. I mean, I love the whole culture. I love the cars, the girls, the clothing. I love it all.
Yes. So you touched on something really important, and that's see, back then when we were younger, you had to actually buy the record,
Yes.
opposed to now where you just flip your phone on and listen to it. And see, this younger generation might not get it because we had to go out and we had to learn about the music. We had to go find it. We had to have our neighbors play it for us, and just that was an awesome story. Just sharing that story. So, what city was this in? Where did you grow up?
Well, I grew up in Lamita. Her brothers, they lived in Torrance. Yeah, T Flats.
Okay, yeah,
Right,
definitely.
right over there on
definitely could relate to the oldies. I remember in the '70s, my cousins and my family, the 45s is really genuinely what stuck out
Yes.
because you could carry them around in a little tiny little case they would have, and everyone would share them, and people would bring them to school and play them in the classroom. And so another question I had was tell us a little bit about this music because this is a little deeper than your normal type
Yes.
East Side Story type music. What is this? What inspired you to get into this type of soul?
Well, I guess for me, it's the way it hits my soul and the way it makes me feel and the feelings I get when I listen to it. Not just the music, but the lyrics and the words and the emphasis. It's the sound really. It's the sound just takes me away and it puts me in places I never thought I'd go. It's definitely therapeutic for me. It heals me. Um, it just really touches me to the core. Like I love all music. Don't get me wrong. I love all genres. I love it all. But this right here, it really speaks to me, and it's I feel I can't say it's who I am. Like I said, I didn't grow up with this kind of music, but this is what I've become.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this
Right.
is what I've grown into, and this is just something that is. I don't want to say it's more than the music, but there's some other layerings going on. There's some other.
Right.
I can't explain that. I'm sorry, I can't put into
Yeah,
words.
no,
It's a
that's man.
feeling. It's a feeling.
I think any music lover would understand what you're trying to say because a lot of us feel that way about many different types of music, and that's what's beautiful about music.
Yeah.
It just captures a memory. It captures a moment in time, and I mean, there's times where I can be driving down the street, hear a song, and tears will just run down my face, uh, and I'm perfectly happy. There's nothing wrong with me, but it just for some reason,
Right.
it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, man, I would love to hear a little bit more. So we got another 20 minutes left of the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe you
Yeah,
can,
I could drop a couple more
yeah, man.
if you
Yeah,
like.
let's do that. Let's hear something special to you. Show us something that you appreciate a little more than what you've been playing. I want to hear something that Drew really really likes. You played a lot of like key songs there, but let's see. Let's get into something a little more deeper. What do you got for us?
This right here is a long time record I've been wanting. No worries that group Anderson Pack and Knowledge they actually sampled this.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I guess you could call it a hip hop sample record. But big shout out to Larry Carlin who put me up on this one and
Yes,
took care
love
of me.
Larry.
He knew this was a heavy want of mine, and I reached out to him and we made that transaction.
Well,
Good,
let's
man.
get into it.
All right, Drew Milling.
You're hurting me, baby. You don't know what it feels like. One day you love me. You love me. The next you disappear from sight. But oh, I'm trying so very hard to find a way to tell you that I love you. What more can I say? Can I say? What more can I say? What more can I say? People try to tell me I wouldn't listen, that you were the one. But now time has passed. Ooh, girl, What more can I say? What more can I say? Ooh, girl, I really love you, baby.
Nothing but promises. You keep telling me to take it easy, but how can I? How can I? Do the little things I say and do don't seem to get to you, but still I try. Still I try. I could never call it quits. Though you tore my heart to bits with your promises. Oh, nothing but promises. Ooh, nothing but promises. I thought I'd never see someone I'd fall for as much as you. Much as you. Ooh, no signs of happiness, just years of loneliness. Oh, I've been blue. I've been blue. Girls ever made you worth of art. You would keep them reaching out in the dark with your promises. You never made a word to say. With hopes and dreams would fill my head, and I believed in you. Darling, I believed in you. Oh, nothing but promises. Ooh, nothing but promises. No tears will ever show a trace of sadness from wanting you. Wanting you. Ooh, convincing alibis I failed to realize were all untrue. All untrue. What's the use in holding on? It's the best that I say so long to your promises. Nothing but promises, baby, to ever hold my little hand, my darling. You come with sweet words. I was a weak girl and unaware of love. I was a fool. You laughed at me, but now I can't take it anymore. Yeah, you wanna smile and left me all alone. I pleaded with you to stay. I got down on my knees and begged you, baby, please don't go, go, girl. Oh, baby, don't go. Never had it so bad. Never had it so bad. You gave me sweet kisses that made me feel that I was king. And I knew then I had everything, yeah. You laughed at me and walked away. Baby, baby, I admit that I was so wrong. Please forgive me and come on back home. I apologize for the wrong I've done. 'Cause now that you're gone and you left me here all alone, just thinking of you, baby, 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 you got me dreaming about you.
That's nice right there, man. I like that one.
Baby, you know that I love you, and you know it's so true. There's nothing, nothing, nothing in this world I wouldn't do for you. You got me begging you, baby. I know that I was so wrong. 'Cause now that you're gone and you left me all alone, just thinking of you. Oh baby, you got me dreaming about you. Oh baby, I don't care. Oh baby, I don't care what you do. Why don't you
That's a nice one right there, man. How you feel, Drew?
Yeah.
I really like
Feeling
that one
good.
right there, man. What was that?
Yeah, that was that Baby Baby by Lee Shot Williams off that Jewel Records.
Wow, man. Beautiful set, man. I enjoyed a lot of the stuff you play, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Man, you got anything you want to say, man, before we say bye to our listeners out there?
Just thanks to all the listeners. Thanks to you fellas. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. Much respect and love.
Beautiful, man. No, we're grateful that you came out, Drew, man. Like I said, when Frank and I got this show going, we knew we wanted to reach out to you first. We know um, you've been one of the guys that's been down with us for a long time, so we're glad that we actually had this opportunity.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man, we appreciate that. And where can we find you at online?
You could check me out on Instagram, Drew Collage. You could also check out our crew, South Bay Soul Collectors, on Instagram as well.
Beautiful.
You could find us there.
Well, we definitely want to get you back, man, for our record talk show, man, where we get into more of the Q&A and a little bit of music, not so much music, but more of the talk. Talk about the labels, talk about the scene, talk about the records, your life growing up, and all that.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Love to share it with you.
Good. Got anything you want to say, Frank, to the people listening in, or to Drew?
I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. Make sure you check us out online or on social media at Bridge City Radio. And just thanks again to Drew for coming out and just showing us
Yeah,
what's
man.
going on with that soul music, man.
Yes,
The
yes.
45s, the 7-inch records, man, keeping it real with that. No MP3s here, just all real, authentic records.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. So you said it was Drew Collage on Instagram, right?
Yeah, that's more my art based
Okay,
work.
great.
But
And then South Bay
South
Soul
Bay
Collectors.
Soul Collectors definitely
Okay, great. And then
catch us there.
and then yeah,
IG.
like Frank was saying, you can go ahead and follow us on YouTube at Bridge City Radio, and also Instagram and Facebook under the same handle, Bridge City Radio. So yeah, you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, whatever it may be. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you enjoyed our guest today, and we'll check in with you on our next show.
Right on.